told you that a simple name change could send the Gulf Coast properties through the roof? The Gulf of Mexico? Gone. Now it's the Gulf of America. America, baby. And whether you love it or hate it, it can be a game changer for real estate investors and even business owners. Stick with me. I'm going to show you how this shift could turn overlooked coastal properties into the next big investment opportunity. Here's why this name change matters. Think about it. Neighborhoods get rebranded all the time. And when they do, property values can skyrocket. And I believe the same thing's about to happen here. Here's an example. When Soho in New York City got its name change, property values skyrocketed. The same with Miami's Wynwood district. Now imagine the Gulf of America becoming the new must-visit destination for everybody who's patriotic and wants to celebrate America. So guys, I'm having fun with this, but the Gulf Coast cities in Texas, in Alabama, in Louisiana, and even in Florida, they have been undervalued, especially when you compare them to other similar cities on the Atlantic Ocean. And for years, the Gulf Coast properties have been one of the best kept secrets for real estate investors, but they haven't seen the parabolic rise in property values that other cities, again, on the Atlantic coast have seen. I think this is about to change. People don't buy in the Gulf Coast sometimes because of the hurricanes. You had the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico before, but the Gulf of America's never had an oil spill and not one hurricane.
What?
But seriously, cities in Louisiana, Alabama, Texas, and Florida, they have prime coastal land, and they've never been able to command the same prices as Atlantic side properties. With new branding comes new demand. And if more people want to go visit and live there, you're going to see property values soar. And every real estate investor knows this. Demand drives prices. Tourism should be soaring in these new areas as people flock to the Gulf of America. Just ask any real estate investor, what's the number one driver for property values? It's demand. And guess what? This rebrand is fueling massive new attention. Domestic tourists who once overlooked the Gulf Coast properties can now see it as a true American destination. More tourism, that equals more demand for things like hotels and restaurants, hell, even Airbnbs. Here's the thing, guys. Investors are already positioning themselves. And the smart money is always ahead of the curve. Don't get left behind. And if you're waiting until everybody's talking about the Gulf of America, you'll probably be too late. Savvy investors are looking at the Gulf Coast properties right now before the media hype sets in. Cities like Mobile, Alabama, and Biloxi, Louisiana, and Pensacola, Florida might all see a rise in investment and infrastructure developments. You don't have to be an investor to see how a patriotic rebrand could bring in a wave of interest. People love the idea of owning a piece of the Gulf of America. And buyers want homes in places that they feel connected to. The Gulf of America creates an emotional tie. So what do you think? Will the Gulf of America rebrand actually boost real estate prices? Or is this just hype? Drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. This video was fun. Like and subscribe to the channel, guys. God bless.